All right, well, amazingly, the left side over here I haven't got bit yet, which is pretty crazy. The reason I'm choosing this side as an alternative is because it doesn't have any debris. When I'm rolling that buzzbait by, I need it to go through clear water. Oh. Shit. That was a nice fish. All right, well, I didn't get bit at all going straight out from the bank last time, so they've definitely moved, they've changed. All right, I just have a feeling we need to be moved. We need to be elsewhere on this lake. I also want to be away from these people's houses because I'm making a bunch of noise with the blade. We've already got 100% less fish than last time in the same amount of time. We have 0 fish. We have 0 fish landed. And, you know, in 15 minutes the other day we had 5. Interesting, man. Interesting. These fish are not having the buzzbait this morning. They're not having anything topwater. Come on, give me one. Just one. All right, no love for the buzz, man. So, lesson number 1, adapt. Lesson number 2, don't assume. Lesson number 3, don't assume, or you will come and be disappointed. Damn, they're really not taking it at all. Disappointing. No. All right. Well, that just tells you kind of how the day's going so far. All right, 3rd time's a charm for the flip. It's a really gray fish. All trailer. Stout, number 1. It would have been number 3, but I suck, so number 1. Both of those bites have been like right along the bank. Oh, come on. They scared today. All right, guys, when you have conditions like this where it's muddied up, you need to go white, chartreuse, or black. You know, anything that's gonna get noticed. Oh, there. Oh, that was a nice fish. All right, Richard, your baits work, buddy. I knew they would. Say no more. Oddly enough, the chatterbait bite seems to pick up as the day gets, you know, as the day goes on. Like, as the sun comes up, you get into the mid-morning, early afternoon. That's when the chatterbait bite really seems to pick up here, as opposed to like early, like you'd expect, if you were to assume. But remember what we said about that. Don't. So if I'm not mistaken, we have landed 2 fish. And remember, our goal is 5, so we'll try to see what our best 5 are. I'd say both of those are 1.5 pounds. We've got about 3 pounds. Nada. I guess we try the trap. Can I get a fish on a trap? Now, reason number 1, I'm using the trap: vibration, 2, sound, 3, it's a moving bait and I can work it quick, cover water. There's a few things I like about it right now in this situation, especially with this darker water. It's got a little chrome to it. Any light that bounces off that should penetrate a bit. It should get noticed. fish are freaking finicky today, but we're making it work somehow through adaptation. These fish are like gray looking. It's kind of weird. Still beautiful. So they're biting very close to the shoreline. So I don't know if they're keying in on it earlier and following it, or if they're just closer to the shoreline than I think. It's probably the latter. I think they're closer up here than I would assume. There he is. It's about time, bro. Good God, we're at number 4 if we land him. You're not that big. Oh my God. He was not escaping. That's another pounder. So we're at 4 fish for 5.5 pounds. It's really interesting how they hit a chatterbait in here. They kind of like stop, they just stop the chatterbait in its tracks, but it's like if you pull right away, as soon as you feel that little thump, then you usually do not connect 100%. Now if I pause and like give them a half a second or a 1 Mississippi and then set, it might not seem like it when I'm setting the hook on camera, but you know, they're hitting it a good half a second or so at least before I'm setting the hook. I really think that contributes to getting more hook sets, or more, I really think that contributes to a better hook set. So it's almost like it almost feels like a stalk of grass, but it's really just that fish thumping it and stopping it. There he is. Probably one of the nicer ones so far. It's about the average, I'd say. But I think visibility is a major factor as to why they're not really just freaking slamming it every time. Because nothing's really changed in the past few days except more rain. Just more rain. Lots of it. But like I was saying, you know, I was saying this earlier, that I feel like the chatterbait bite just gets better as the day goes on. Oh, that was a freaking bite. So that was our 6th fish. It might have culled out 1, so let's just upgrade to like 7.5 pounds. All right, we're on the other side. I mean, I got a couple fish over there, but that guy's, you know, mowing the lawn. And the fishing slowed up on that side, so I figured I might as well explore a little bit. There are some sprinkler hoses out here that I'm kind of worried about snagging. I can't see them. They're usually at the top of the water. And then there's also a fountain somewhere around this general area. And I've caught a lot of big fish in this area, and I feel like they're all around the fountain. Whatever the foundation of the fountain is, it must be semi-solid or rock or concrete or something that's harder than the rest of the bottom around it. And that tends to be a great area for fish to congregate, bait to congregate, and thus their predators. Go! Oh! There he is. There we go. Hit right up next to the shoreline in the grass. Let's see where he goes. Oh, he went back in there, huh? He does not, I'm literally touching this fish right now. He does not care. I don't know. I don't have too much faith down here because it gets shallower and shallower. But these fish have been hitting in shallow water, so. I'm throwing it up along the shoreline here to see if we can get anything cruising. I'm trying to establish something, guys. It's difficult today. It's not. Oh, there he is. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. Definitely not going to upgrade us. Still around 8.5 pounds, seven fish or 8, something like that. Let's call it 7. And the key is to come through grass first. If I'm not bumping through grass, I'm not getting bit. Simple as that. That's relatively easy. It's a relatively easy thing to notice. Some guys just don't pay attention. They're like, why didn't I catch more fish? It's like, because you didn't take the... Oh. It's like, because you didn't take the clues that they're giving you and use them. God, they're so feisty. They've all got those really defined yellowish lines in their eyes. So today so far, how's it been? Top water was non-existent. This morning we got like 1 fish on a buzzbait, 1. That's it. We missed like 3. I've missed probably a total of 5 fish, so we'd have double what we have now. Not double, but we've got like 7 or 8. You know, we'd have around 12 or 13 if I didn't miss all those fish. So that's the game. That's fishing. Can't get discouraged. Got to use it as fuel to, you know, catch your next fish. And I've been doing that. Been staying motivated, switching things up. I've actually I stayed with the chatterbait for the past hour or so because I believe in it. I think it's going to catch us the big fish today, as it did the other day. And if not, you know, we've got other things to use. We've got some time. I'm not sure how long I'll be here, but I'm starting to pattern them a little bit. It's shallower grass than normal, and the water's super muddy, so I think that's pushed them up closer to shore, to something they can relate to, like grass. That's about it. There's no other structure in the lake. So it should be easier than it is, but it's not. People think that, you know, you come to water that's not touched as much and it's easy, but it's not. So you can see the difference between the other day and today. 50 fish in a few hours versus, like, you know, we've got 8. So it is what it is. Let's keep fishing. Chatterbait's on deck. Easy shiner trailer. We're gonna work it around. Let's fish. Let's throw a shad impact. This is not the right conditions for a fluke, like at all. But you know, only a fool doesn't try. It's just painstaking. This type of fishing is you gotta be very patient, very methodical. But in order to expedite the process of catching fish, I'm gonna try for areas that are like ambush spots, like up against the shoreline. My goal is just 1 fish on this. Need that sunshine to go away. Oh, there he is. Purely reaction. Purely reaction. If that fish wasn't in that spot at that exact time, he wouldn't have seen this. Fish is not that big, I promise. Really not bad. That upgrades us to like 9 pounds. 9 pounds, best 5. We're at like 9 fish. We're not gonna stay much longer, man. Today is beat. We got like 8 fish so far, and this is an example of the grass in here. Half is healthy, half is crap. Now, I didn't predict that I would catch this fish on this cast, but I did have a feeling something was gonna happen here because I was checking out this, where have you been the past hour, boy? All right. I've been seeing this little pod of bluegill over here. If you pay attention really closely, you can see little concentrations of baitfish at times, and I was noticing that over here, so I gave it a cast. And he was there, hanging right on the outside of him. So chatterbait is definitely still the wave. It's just not as quick. Love the colors on them. Got to be at like 11 fish now. Nice fish. Now rain came along and we're working our way back to our bag just on this side, and then we're probably gonna leave, but we'll check in when we're hooked up here. We made our way down the shoreline and we hooked up, folks. How you doing, gorgeous? Have a good one, gorgeous. I lied again. Can never help myself. You guys are not that big, but you're really feisty, that's for sure. Okay, now we're leaving. This is why I lie to you guys and say I'm leaving, but still cast. Because you can come up on your bigger fish. I knew this fish was gonna be there. He's been hiding from me all day around that dam. See it, baby? Brings our limit to like 12 pounds. That's why I always lie about leaving. We were gonna leave, but the tug is the drug, baby, and it's just too strong. So maybe we'll stay a little longer. Fish, fish, fish. We go to Arkansas Shiner, or albino, green albino. No, Arkansas Shiner. Super Fluke as the trailer here. See if it makes any difference. Oh, there he is. That's a bigger fish. Switched up the trailer, man, right away. That's gnarly. That is freaking gnarly. Oh. Yeah, he's not terribly big, but he's putting on a show for you. Oh, got him. That's a nice fish. That's a nice fish. Solid fish. There we go. Solid fish. Turn them in the light. Look at that beauty. 3.5. I was getting over zealous when I said 4. He's out. That's awesome. And the rain starts